So Diabolic DVD under their Cauldron line released a House of Doom box set, which featured four Italian horror films, two by Lucio Fulci that we have here. There's also, I believe, the other two by Umberto Lenzi, I believe. These were all intended to be a show, I think, called House of Doom. But, they kind of went, I think, a little overboard with the gore and whatnot. And the typical madness you get from Italian cinema. And they were kind of released just as movies. And that's basically what we have here. We have them in HD. We have The House of Clocks, The Sweet House of Horrors. These are both by Lucio Fulci. I'm going to go and reviewing these in the way in which I watched them, which I started out with The House of Clocks. Now, this is Fulci. It's Italian. It's Twilight Fulci. It's in the later years, so this ain't peak Fulci, where somehow the incoherentness and the random madness of it all somehow seems to tick the clock up there to a near perfect score. But it's still good. This isn't The Beyond. This isn't Zombie. This isn't House by the Cemetery. But it's okay for what it is, and it's pretty wacky and crazy in a good Italian way. The plot for this one is a little weird. We have an old couple, and they have a house that is full of clocks. It's also pretty apparent early on that they're kind of abusive to their, I guess their maid is what she is. And then they also appear to have a couple of corpses hanging around in the house that belongs to their daughter and her would-be husband, or her husband. I forget exactly which one it was. All the while this is going on, we have a woman and two guys who are kind of running around causing trouble. They're stealing stuff out of stores and all that good stuff. They end up in this house and basically trying to take it over, kind of hold it up, if you will. And that is when stuff goes sideways and the weird stuff starts happening, and the clocks somehow play a part in what goes on. Stuff happens, then it kind of gets walked back, and then people that you think are dead come back, and then you think, well, is this whole thing a dream? Is this not a dream? What is going on exactly? It's very confusing in some regard. But if you just take it as for face value, and you kind of just take it for what it is. And nothing I said is a spoiler. If you think what I said spoils anything, it does not spoil anything. You have to watch this thing. You will not, at times, have a clue what is going on. Which is okay, because I like Lucio Fulci films that sometimes you don't always know what the hell is going on. But this one gets a little cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs at times. And I kind of like that part of it. And I think it's solid enough. And like I said, it's no... it's not even the torture. It's not even like it's not conquest. It's not contraband. It's not who could torture a duckling. It's something else. And what that is weird. And what it is probably still better than like what was that, Voices of the Beyond and stuff like that may have been like later years of Fulci. I don't remember, but nonetheless, it's middle ground. It's 2.5 out of 5. It looks very Italian, sounds very Italian. The transfer has kind of a little white hue at times, a little bit over it, which a lot of old Italian films do. So I think you're definitely going to enjoy it. It's only an hour, 20 minutes, so it doesn't really overstay its welcome by any means. There is stuff you might want to read there about this if you feel the need to. Here we get into our technical aspects of it. There is English, which is good. Special features, basically it's a whole lot of interviews. Now, I believe this movie was once upon a time released by what was it called? The group that was it Shriek Show? I think Shriek Show released this once upon a time. When they were doing their Fulci films, and I didn't get to see it then. I do remember the cover for it, but it is what it is. This thing, for what it is, it's middle road. It's 2.5. It's got some gore, so I can definitely see why this was never permitted for a TV show, or never got allowed to be the TV show it was meant to be. But it's okay. Then that takes us to the Sweet House of Horrors. I don't think this one ever had a DVD release I know of. I didn't see anything on Letterboxd besides this cover, so that makes me wonder if it ever actually had a release. This one's as kooky as the other film is, and as wild as the other film gets. This one may be a little bit more confusing and a little more weird, and I don't think it's as good, but it starts off good enough with a masked robber or a masked home invader like killing a couple, and we get some eye horror, which Fulci's known for. We get some head bashing, which is always a good thing in these movies. Then we fast forward to some people taking care of this couple's children, and they've got a gardener or helper around there that's kind of starting to have some weird flashbacks, and the kids are kind of very insensitive to people's problems in this house. And then the house itself starts getting weird with things happening to people, weird visions, so to speak, and some light, like some flashing lights that kind of float around. And slowly but surely, things happen. People that did wrong or assumingly did wrong get taken care of. More spirits or whatnot seem to come into play, and the movie just kind of goes along and kind of loses a little bit of steam, but does remain weird enough to stay entertaining for the most part. So, while not as good as The House of Clocks, it does have some blood and gore in it, and it does manage to entertain you enough to keep you around, but it does kind of get a little sloppy in spots. But I would give it a 2 out of 5. So, yeah, like I said, it's not peak Fulci, but it's good. This also looks about identically the same as far as transfers go as The House of Clocks. If you want to get a little more into the plot of this one, which is confusing, you can read the back there as well. For your special features, again, an audio commentary is here, but there is a lot of interviews, but it's also in English, which is always great. So yeah, Fulci also wrote that. I guess he wrote the other one as well. I'll have to go back and look. But this stuff, it's interesting. The box set was interesting as it was. It's cool to see these things kind of broken down and get solo releases, so you don't have to get everything else if you don't. I have all 4 of them. I just don't happen to have the cool box that it came with originally, but these are fine. The Fulci ones were what I was looking for most. The I believe it's Umberto Lenzi. I hope I'm not wrong on that. But if those are as wacky as these, then I'm sure it's going to be a fun trip, even if it won't necessarily be, well, I'm assuming not going to be like 5-star films, although I could be surprised, and I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. But the Fulci half of the Houses of Doom is a spectacle in good and bad ways. Mostly good, but like I said, it's not on par with the other stuff that he is more known for doing. Although the House of Clocks does definitely take a bit of a tick above the Sweet House of Horrors. Although the Sweet House of Horrors is noteworthy just for the batshit craziness that it possesses. But hey, that's pretty much both films. So yeah, you can't go wrong with them. If you like Fulci, give them a watch. I recommend them even if the scores aren't that high. These are available on Diabolic DVD. These are from Cauldron. I don't think Cauldron Films, just Cauldron in general. You could probably go try to get the box set, which I'm sure probably costs an arm and a leg now. But if you don't want to go spend quite a bit of money on that, you can get your Fulci and Italian fix by picking these up on individual releases. So yeah, you might want to do that.